Let's start by giving our praises to the Most High, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which in Hebrew is the Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles by the Holy Spirit, who taught us his truth. Honors to the brothers, making their bodies a living sacrifice to push the gospel. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, which would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians who make up the children of Israel, the hopeful elect being 1/3 of these people who are going to receive salvation. Okay, and that's going to be for returning back to the Most High before it's too late. Okay, so this lesson is going to be titled The Patent Info of Hurricane and Tornado Control Devices. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this hurricane and the technology that they can use to manipulate the weather. Because, right after the hurricane happened, all kind of info started coming out. How that they use weather manipulation technology to make the hurricane target the area within the North Carolinas that got completely destroyed. And then information came out how those places that got destroyed in the Carolinas by the hurricane, how there's natural resources there that's going to be used to generate wealth. And they needed to get the people up out of the land. That information started coming out. All kind of information got leaked. And then, information came out how FEMA and the U.S. government was preventing the people, who was flooded, how they prevented those people from getting the help that they needed. But week after week, more and more information is coming out. So this is another lesson, just to show some new information, and to put this information in circulation. Other brothers, will see it, and they know what's out there. They may do lessons on it. Hey, and just for the world to see as well. So we got about a 7-minute video. Well, the video is 3 hours. We're gonna get about 7 minutes of it, and then we're gonna get into the scriptures. So we're gonna let this roll.
From these hurricane devices. And you can get this information yourself, folks. If you do not believe me, Google the information yourself. And that's exactly what I did. This is hurricane and tornado control device right here. The patent, we'll talk about the patent number in a minute. Patent number is US 2003-0085296A1, United States Patent Office. Right over here, folks, in the blue. This is the patent publication right now of weather weapons to control the weather. United States 2003-0085296A1. The inventor is Andrew Waxminski. Andrew Waxminski is the inventor of this weather weapon, a method of disclosure for affecting the formation or direction of low atmospheric weather systems. Audio generators are positioned to project sound waves toward a peripheral area of the weather systems. They're using sound waves in other devices. The sound waves are generated at a frequency to affect the formation of the weather system in a manner to disrupt, enhance, or direct the formation. The sound waves can also be projected in a manner to cause the system to produce rain. These are the images right here. If you do not believe me, these are the images, folks. Right here. Again, there's one image, as you can see.
And again, they say with these sound waves, they
have multiple images here.
Okay, my bad. So they say with these sound waves, they can disrupt a storm, they can enhance a storm, or change the direction of it. But we're gonna let this video continue.
But all of this information is readily available to you if you'll just take the time to go and Google it. All right, application US 09/985-284 events. Application filed by the individual, priority to the US 09/985-284. These are all the technical information of what the patent does. Background of the invention. Field of the invention. The present invention generally relates to a method of weather control. More specifically, the present invention is drawn to a method of employing high decibel sound waves to affect the formation of weather systems. Description of related art. The ferocious winds and rain of tornadoes and hurricanes account for the loss of many lives and billions of dollars annually. Names such as Hugo and Andrew have become legendary when people talk of destruction caused by Mother Nature. In the United States of America, the U.S. Weather Research Program and National Atmospheric Administration have invested millions of dollars in research to find systems or a system which will predict with accuracy the formation and path of potentially violent weather systems. So I'm not going to read the entire patent. It is quite lengthy, but I will leave a description there. It said these are the systems disclosed in prior art for preventing the formation. But folks, they can also cause hurricanes and tornadoes. So there's been a lot of conjecture.
So let's look at some of this stuff here. You know, the publication information, the patent info. Let's read some of these. Method of and a device for the reduction of tropical cyclones' destructive force, so they can reduce the intensity of different storms. Which those of us who saw the movie The Twister, not the Twister that came out in the '90s, but the new one. I think it came out earlier this year. Pretty much, the goal of that movie was for them to stop tornadoes from happening. You know, by putting certain chemicals in the sky, it will react with the atmosphere and the pressure, and it would kill the tornado. Like they even gave themselves the name tornado killers. But again, if they can reduce the intensity of a tornado, they can increase the intensity of a tornado. If they can kill a tornado, they can create a tornado. So let's check this out. Processes and means for reducing the intensity of tropical cyclones. So again, if they can reduce the intensity, that teaches you how to increase the intensity. Tornado disarming network. If they can disarm a tornado, they can create one. Let's see, thermal energy radiance expander. This sounds like technology to make the sun holler, but you know, who knows? Hurricane abatement system and method, heat exchange and cooling systems, method of weakening a hurricane. Which if they can weaken a hurricane, they can strengthen a hurricane. But we're gonna let this video continue.
But these are also other patents and the inventor and when they were applied for 2008, 2009, 2010, 2010, 2011, 2012. All of these patents are connected.
Hurricane and tornado control device. Meteorological modification method and apparatus. Low frequency ocean surface noise sources. Device for inhibiting or weakening the development of tornadoes, hurricanes, tropical cyclones. waterspout tornado structure and behavior. So they put deep research and spent a lot of money to develop this technology, and we see it playing out today.
To weather modification systems. So all I can tell you is go to Google Hurricane Pattern. If you want to know the information, go to Google, type in Hurricane Pattern, and it's going to bring you up this information that we're looking at right now. So they can create tornadoes, they can create hurricanes, and they can steer them. They can steer the hurricane where they want it to go by using sound waves, by using cloud seeding. There's a lot of different mechanisms that they can manufacture these storms. They can intensify a regular rainstorm into a deluge so it floods the entire area. And this is not science fiction, folks. This is 100% true. Like I said, if you don't believe me, you can Google it right now on your phone, where whatever device you are on, your laptop, computer. But the information is here. And there's more information, folks. Like I said, you can read the entire thing. But you can also see the other patterns right here. We have method and device for reduction of tropical cyclones' destructive forces. Folks, if they can reduce them, they can manufacture, they can increase the destructive force. So all I'm saying is that Lyndon B. Johnson, we played the video for you. We played the video of Lyndon B. Johnson telling the world, whoever controls the weather controls the world. And I don't know if you remember those earthquakes that hit the country of Turkey about 2 or 3 years ago, a 7.8 and a 7.6 that hit within a couple of hours of each other. It killed over 50,000 people in the country of Turkey. You know why we did that to Turkey? Our government caused those massive earthquakes in Turkey. You know why we did that? Because Recep Erdogan was not playing ball with NATO. Recep Erdogan was holding up the membership of Finland and Sweden into NATO, if you go back and watch our videos. And they did this to send him a message. You either play ball or we'll destroy your country with earthquakes. And pretty soon after that, he okayed the ascension of Finland and Sweden to NATO so we could...
See, so even years later, information on the earthquake that destroyed Turkey, even new information on that is coming out. Because how NATO works, they all got to vote for the approval of new members to join NATO. And the president of Turkey, I guess he was holding up progress on them adding Sweden and Finland to join NATO, which they are part of it now. So they sent the earthquakes to convince them.
Surround Russia. That's why those 2 earthquakes happened. So we're coming to a point in the history of mankind the Bible refers to as the Great Tribulation.
All right, hey, so that was pretty much the video, man. He showed the patent information for hurricane and tornado control devices. Further proving, what everybody else has been saying about the hurricanes that took place over the Carolinas. And we got some more information on the earthquakes that happened in Turkey. They was pretty much man-made. So we're going to start here. Luke 12:1. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. So everything is being exposed here in the last days. So for example, our true identity was hid. We didn't know we were the Israelites. But guess what? That was made known to us. So not only, is the true people of the Lord being revealed, but simultaneously, you got the wicked being revealed. And that's going to take us to the book of 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the fire of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Then when you read the book of Sirach, it says the works of the Lord are two and two, one set against another. So on one end of the spectrum, you got more and more information coming out how we, the true biblical Israelites, not only scripture, but a lot of pictures, other books that tells world history and world events concerning wars and how people went into slavery, etc. Archaeological findings, all kind of stuff is coming out. And on the flip side of that, you got the wicked being revealed. All his past transgressions, everything that he's did in the past, going all the way back to Christopher Columbus. Now we can link these devils, Esau the white man, with the Roman Empire. We can link them back with the Edomites of the Old Testament. So not only is the wicked being revealed, his wickedness is being revealed. Because this whole time you thought the wicked was the devil and Satan. All this time you thought wickedness was devil worship or whatever your imagination would take you. But the wicked is being revealed every day. That was a wicked thing to destroy your own people using weather manipulation technology to get some money, pretty much. So the wicked is being revealed in his wickedness. Once upon a time, Esau would do some dirt and information wouldn't come out till like 20 years later. Like everybody believed 9/11 till like 10, 15 years later. When everybody was able to put the pieces together. But now Esau being exposed on the spot. Esau is found out about within a day or two after doing some dirt. So again, the wicked is being revealed in his wickedness. If you ain't convinced Esau, Edom, the white man, is the wicked by now, hey, time and other catastrophes and other stuff that'll soon be revealed, that'll show you that he is. But you're really going to find out going into the Great Tribulation. So we're going to hit Isaiah 14:14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. What race of people on the earth is obsessed with space travel? Esau, the so-called white man. Why? Because in his heart, he says, I will be like the Most High. Then the president, Lyndon B. Johnson, what did he say? He who controls the weather controls the world. Why do you want to control the weather? Why do you want to control the world? That's the Most High's responsibility. These devils, they're not satisfied with being at the top. They're not satisfied with being in power, having all the wealth, resources, the lands. They want to control everything. They pretty much want to be on the level of a god. They can control everything. But what verse 15 say? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. This word hell means the grave. So as high as these devils went, they about to come all the way down. So it represents the grave, and it represents them falling out of power. Then we go down to verse 16 and 17. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Remember what we got 2 Thessalonians 2:8? And then the wicked shall be revealed. Most people are coming into the understanding that Esau, Edom, the white man, is the wicked. When you look at his history, how he dealt with the indigenous peoples of America, how he's dealing treacherously with these other countries, taking their resources, paying no pennies. And what he did to the so-called Negroes when he brought them over here. All his past dirt is coming out. and everything else that he's doing is coming out. But as people come into the understanding that this is the devil, it's going to come a point in time where people are going to look upon him and consider him and say, is this the wicked? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Yeah, because he the one who sent them 2 earthquakes to Turkey. So he literally did make the earth tremble. He literally did shake kingdoms. All his airstrikes, he'll fly through, drop bombs on everybody, then he over there taking your gold, taking your oil, taking your gas, your natural resources. So yeah, he did make the earth to tremble. He did shake kingdoms. Hey, guess what? And he flooded kingdoms, or parts of the world over there in the Carolinas. He flooded the people out over there. Let's read this again all the way through verse 17. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. So everybody see this devil, but no, when you see this devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, for who he is, everybody still see him as being a honorable world leader. They don't see him for being the wicked that the Bible speaks of. So they that see thee and understand that Esau the white man is the wicked shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Yeah, he's making the world as a wilderness. Again, he'll fly over your country and do airstrikes, drop all kind of bombs on you. Look at Nagasaki, Hiroshima, destroyed the cities, turned it to a wilderness. Look what he did to Turkey, destroyed those cities, turned it to a wilderness. Look what he did to the Carolinas, destroyed those cities, turned it to a mass grave. A mass grave. And then the information already came out. They said once they flooded everybody out, they was going to come in there with bulldozers because they want to mine all the lithium in the quartz, which goes into making rechargeable batteries, microchips, because they're getting ready for their new world order in which everything is going to be digital. So yeah, and ultimately the nuclear destruction, when America, various parts of the world is destroyed, that's going to be white on white crime. World War III. It's going to go nuclear. So in that event, he's going to literally make the earth to tremble. The earth is literally going to shake. And the entirety of America, of the parts of the world, are going to be completely destroyed. When you read Revelation the 18th chapter, Isaiah the 13th chapter, America is going to be a desert. It's going to be a complete wilderness. So, and this is the man that's causing all of this to happen, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Matter of fact, let's get 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. So this ain't the devil and Satan that's ruling the nations in anger. Satan, the devil, he has no rulership in this physical reality. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He was mad with Turkey for holding up the approval of Finland and Sweden to join NATO, and he smote them with an earthquake. He didn't want to move the people of the Carolinas out and relocate them and pay them money for their houses and their property. He decided to kill them. To move them out the way to go get the resources. So he smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. So we're going to also go to the book of Proverbs 1 and 11. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and Ho as those that go down to the pit. So, in other words, they said, let us swallow up the people of North Carolina alive. And that hurricane, them floods, did what? It swallowed them people up, completely flooded them, drowned them out. So let's read 12 again and continue all the way through. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave. That's through they floods, through they hurricanes, they earthquakes, they even the wildfire. That swallow up people and resources and land. That stuff gets swallowed up alive, like what happened over there in Hawaii. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. What's that precious substance? The lithium and the quartz that they got over there in the Carolinas. And what these other precious substances be? The gold, the oil, the natural gas, the opioids that's over there in them other countries, or whatever you may have. Esau gonna come to your land, swallow you up alive, meaning devour you, meaning mass casualties, as they call it, which is really murder. They use the word casualty to make it sound like it was some kind of war going on, and he came out the hero. Let us swallow them up alive, that there be mass casualties. Other words, let us commit mass murder to find, and they said they found America. No, America was stolen. We shall find all precious substances, and that's what they say. They say, yo, we found this and this. Like, no, you didn't find it, you stole it. Because they didn't even know whatever they was looking for, they didn't even know it was over there. They get wind of it, they go kill up everybody and say, look, we found it. Just like they did America. We shall fill our houses with spoil. So, over there in the Carolinas with the lithium and the quartz, they saw dollar signs, but the people was in the way. They had to swallow them up alive, by the hurricane. Verse 14, cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. That's that money bag. Cast in thy lot among us, meaning take part with us in this scheme. That's why Rush Hour 2, Chris Tucker said, follow the rich white man. He said pretty much in any scheme, any heist, he said there's always a rich white man behind the scene waiting to get his cut. And look what over there happened in Hawaii after the fires. After they burned down everything, Mark Zuckerberg was over there, building smart cities, building an underground bunker. So, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go to the book of Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So they can't sleep until they do some dirt. They sleep is taken away, meaning they up all night unless they cause something to fall. Now, it ain't just causing something to fall. It ain't just about taking life from the earth. It ain't just about killing somebody. They getting paid behind it. Anytime it's a mass casualty event, anytime there's an event or a crisis or a disaster in which people, to hundreds of people, to thousands of people die, Esau's going to benefit from it somehow. It's either some natural resources there that's going to generate some wealth, or some natural resources there that's going to help him establish his new world order, or he's trying to get different world leaders to comply with his demands and to do whatever Esau's trying to get him to do. Like when Turkey didn't vote for the approval of Finland and Sweden to join NATO. What they do, he sent earthquakes over there. So again, their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall. And again, it ain't just about killing somebody like Jake be doing. No, it's causing somebody to fall because it's some money involved. Like the airplane that just crashed in Brazil. We found out it was like 8 doctors, maybe 11 doctors on board who had all kind of information concerning the turbo cancers. Turbo cancers being the result or a side effect of those who took the hokey pokey that they started pushing on the people back in 2021 after the pandemic. All those doctors died. So when they cause something to fall, it's some money involved or some kind of gain or benefit that they're going to get. That's why it goes on to say, for they eat the bread of violence and drink the for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So we also going to continue to the book of Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's why we watch so many Edomites, what they talking about, what they bringing out, because they the whistleblowers. They the ones with the inside scoop. They the ones that got a deeper insight into what's going on. You know, they whistleblowers, they get mad, and they turn their back on whoever they was working for, start putting this information out. So again, so they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. Because, like the video we just watched, off-grid desert farming with Paul, many of the Edomites, they start exposing their government, exposing the dirt and the wickedness that the world leaders are doing. Well, yeah, you exposing your world leaders, but what it say? So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So the body of Esau, Esau the white man as a kingdom, you know, you got the lower ranks snitching on the higher ups. Because they think they doing a good service by snitching on their government. But they really snitching on themselves. Because when the Lord brings judgment, he's not judging Esau, Edom, the white man, on an individual basis like Israel. No, he's going to judge Edom as a nation when you read the book of Obadiah. Esau, Edom is going to be judged as a nation. So again, that's why it says they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Because, you know, when you consider, you know, a nation, you're part of that. You're part of that nation. And what you got white people bringing us all this information on what they government and what they world leaders is doing. Well, guess what? The Lord gonna lump all of y'all together in judgment. So all of the judgment that's gonna be brought upon the world leaders for how they oppress the whole world, all the wickedness that they spread throughout the earth, all the abominations. Well, you lower ranking Edomites, they're gonna take part in that judgment. Even though they might have had nothing to do with it, but the Lord is judging y'all as a nation. So you just giving us, or you know, you showing us more and more why the Lord is going to destroy y'all. And thanks for bringing the information. Keep on bringing it. And this is Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. And what ultimately, even though Esau can control and manipulate the weather, that's ultimately judgment from the Most High. Because who gave Esau the knowledge of that technology on how to control and manipulate the weather. He got that information from the Lord. The Lord gave it to him. And Esau is known as the what? The sword. So the Lord knew when he gave Esau weather manipulation technology, he knew Esau, who is the sword, was going to make a weapon out of it because that's his blessing. So the Lord knew exactly what Esau was going to do, with the weather manipulation technology. He was going to weaponize it. He didn't say, let's see how we can control and manipulate the weather to help the people, to get rainwater to places that ain't got no water, like in the desert areas, overseas where people don't have clean water. He didn't say, let's see how we can use the rain to get the earth to produce more food, to eliminate hunger throughout the earth. No, he got this weather manipulation technology and turned it to a weapon. And continuing, the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Yeah, because he created the internet to spy on us, to watch us, to get all of our information, to see what we doing. Well, guess what? The same internet that he created to watch us, we watching him on it. That's how we're able to look at tornado and hurricane, weather control, patent information. This same internet, we got the patent information on HIV, AIDS, Ebola, the COVID-19. We got the patent information on that. Yeah, so the same device that he used to spy on us and to watch us, he's fallen in that same trap. Now we can use it to watch what he's doing and spread information on his wickedness and share it with the world. Like Paul was doing in his video. And like now I'm doing with this lesson. And just how many other brothers and many people are doing. So the thing he used, to trap us, he's falling in that same trap. So that was pretty much the video or the lesson today. Esau got hurricane and tornado control devices. So they can definitely manipulate the weather and expect to see a lot more of it. And just know that, when things are bad, when a bunch of people are dying, it's some money involved. So, hey, that's it for this lesson here. Esau, the wicked, is being exposed, and all his wickedness is being revealed. So, till next time, Shalom.